Hello everyone, this is Guido Pelagos. A new morning, a new day. You see, I just got out of bed. I didn't really do my hair. I still got my sleeping shirt on, like a very old lazy sweater. And I don't care because, this is my audience. You know how I am. So next time I'll do a live show late at night. I'll dress up like a fucking penguin again and we'll do a formal stuff. Anyway, today I want to talk about a watch that has surprised me enormously. And it's been a watch that I love wearing as a daily watch as well. I had a time where I did not wear the Pelagos for about 4 weeks or something. And the only watch I wore was this one. It is the SEIKO Prospex Street Series, and the number is SNE535P1. Now, first of all, this watch, if I can take the bloody rubber strap off, this watch comes on a green rubber strap. I must say, I don't agree very well with rubber straps. They don't fit me well. I tend to get like sweaty and sand and it get itchy, and so I hate rubber. So the first thing we do, because it's got drilled through lugs, just pop out those lugs. Pop out the lugs, that would be something. Pop out the rubber. There we go. Now we got two separate pins. Let's see if I can get that in without using the... Yeah, that's one. And the second one. Let's see if I can do that with my thumb as well, without the tool. Yep. There we go. So now you got the watch like this. Just to show you the difference, I can put it on a NATO. I'll go over all the specs and stuff. Look how it looks like this. This looks absolutely fantastic on the wrist. Now there is a black NATO. Oh, wrong way round. I here got a green NATO. Look how that looks. That looks awesome as well. The light is a little bit weird today, so hope you can get it all. Anyway, this watch, I liked it so much, I got it twice. Am I fucking mad? Yes, I am. But what happened? I bought this watch, and I loved it so incredibly much that I wore it every day for about 3 weeks to a month. And as much as this watch is great, it has a bit of a flaw, and that it's PVD coated. And I'm not sure if you can see it. I'll have to keep it like this. I try to... Let me just zoom out. Sometimes it will focus then. It really is hard for a phone to focus nowadays. It's just... Anybody know anything about autofocus? You know, you put something in front of the camera, take it back, and it immediately starts focusing the outer side. Why not focus on the bloody watch? That's what I want you to focus on, because that's what I'm holding in front of the camera, exactly in the center. Anyway, you cannot see it well, but here on the side of the bezel, there is a huge metal scratch. Now, how did that happen? Well, I can't show you now because fucking won't autofocus, and the light is just horrible today, so you'll have to believe me on it. But here is a big metal scratch. So what happened, I was wearing the watch, and I bumped it into a white wall. So plaster wall or something. And there was this little white part going in between the inside of the bezel and the insert. And I couldn't get that out. I tried to wash it, I tried a toothpick, I tried a toothbrush, and it was just stuck. So at one point, me and my very educated mind decided to use a very small surgical knife, and that worked. I got all the white stuff out, and I was like, yay, I did it. And then I rubbed it clean, and then I saw I actually removed half of the PVD coating in the place where I was scratching. So this had a huge scratch on the bezel in here. What I normally do now, I'm not sure if I have it. Of course I don't have it because I want to show you something. Anyway, I got a black pen, a black marker that I use to cover that piece of steel whenever the watch has been washed or you know, in daytime it just fades and then you see the scratch again, so I can put some extra black on. But I love this watch so much that I thought I don't want to walk around with a scratched bezel. It's just, you know, it's not something I really want to do because I'm going to see it every day. And, you know, the watch is just only 3 weeks old at the time. So I was like, okay, let's ask what a spare bezel would cost. So I was going out trying to find a spare bezel for the street. And you know what? They're hard to find because the watch is new. So, and then again, it pays to shop around. Because within 10 to 20 kilometers of my house, I asked 5 jewelers to give me a price about the new bezel. Drinking coffee, by the way. Cheers. One said they couldn't do it at all. So, that one is gone. Then I had 4 jewelers varying in price from 99 euros for the bezel only, to 170 euros for a bezel including putting it on the watch. So that's a difference of 70 euro for a bezel that would cost probably 90 euro as the cheapest. So then I thought, you know what? At the time I had some money. I was like, you know what? I love this watch so much. And I know the watch I bought has this scratch. And I wear it a lot. And it will scratch only more and the PVD will go off. And, you know, the watch is not going to look nice in time. So I bought a second one. This one is mint. And I'm going to keep this mint. Why? Because I absolutely love the way this watch looks. Now, like I said, don't go on the rubber strap because that's just horrible. But a green NATO or a black NATO is just fantastic. It's such a pity it won't really, you know, focus on the watch. I don't know why that is, but I guess we'll have to live with that. So anyway, so when you buy that watch, you get this box with paperwork and everything. And you get this case with a cushion and a anti-gel for whatever it is to keep everything smooth. Keep, what is it, the moisture out or something. So, just a nice case, nothing really special, but good enough. And the watch I paid for full retail in Holland last year. I paid 400 euros for this watch. Now you can get this watch for 280 euros. So I bet if you live in the US or UK, whatever, you can buy this watch for around 300 bucks US dollars. That is a bargain for this gorgeous watch. I don't know. It looks like a homage to the Grand SEIKO. Let's see which one it was, because it was a Grand SEIKO Green Prospects. Let's see which one that was. Because it looks a lot like that one. But that one is like 6,000 euros. And I actually like this one much more either. Yeah, they're just gonna... Let's take out Sumo, because otherwise it will give me all the Sumos in the world. Let me see if I can find it here quickly before I'll have to shut down the video. Ah, there we are. It looks like a homage to the SEIKO Prospects Gundam 40th Anniversary SBDX027/SLA029. Singapore dollar 5,300. So again, I think this is inspired by the SEIKO Prospects Gundam 40th anniversary SBDX 027/SLA029. However, I prefer this. Why? Like I said, and you probably know if you watch my channel a lot, I don't want any Arabical numbers on my watch if possible. And this is a dive watch without any numbers except for the date. That is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, great watch in that sense. Let me give you some of the specifications of this watch. Because it's a solar powered watch. So no automatic, no mechanical stuff in there. It's just a solar watch. It's 200 meter water resistance with the tuner case, of course. The caliber number for the movement, I'm reading it now from the screen, is the V157 solar type, which has an accuracy of around 50 seconds a month. Well, this has been accurate up until 10 seconds in 5 or 6 weeks. So that's a really good prestige. 10 months when fully charged out of the light. Case material is stainless steel and plastic. Well, the plastic is the bezel is kind of plastic. It sounds kind of plastic. Wait. Oh dear. You can hear it. It's not the best bezel, you know, and it just got some play in it. Like I said, the PVD is kind of bad, so if you bump it against something, the PVD probably will just scratch, and you'll be walking around with a metal silver-colored scratch on your green watch. The case size, the thickness of the watch is a little less than 30 millimeters, but yeah, like you see, if you put it on a NATO, it will add about 2 or 3 millimeters extra. The diameter is 46.2, and I think the width is 46.2, I think. It's a big watch, well, more or less, but it wears kind of small. It is really fun. I think it's the tuner style case with the... oh, my English is bad this morning. With the dial that is like 38 millimeter. This is a dial that you'll find on a 38 millimeter watch. So... yeah, it really is a very nice watch to wear. It is very accurate. It's a lovely green. They got it in several colors. They got it in gray, completely gray, so with a gray strap as well. I like the way that looks, but that looks more like a, I don't know, a diesel or a gas watch, or, you know, it doesn't really look like a watch brand watch. And the blue one is nice, but just, in my opinion, just look a little bit cheap. Blue is a very hard color to get right, and I don't think you can get the blue right under $500 on a watch, unless you're lucky. So, the first one I bought retail. The second one, I bought a lot cheaper, of course. And this one is in my current collection as a mint watch, and it has to stay mint, because I think this watch will be sought after when they stop making it. The only problem then will be, where do I get an NOS watch from, because all the watches they sold and be worn secondhand will be worth nothing, because the street... That's one of the reasons I say, should you buy it, shouldn't you buy it? Well, I say buy it if you can get a good deal, because it's a great watch, especially on a NATO. It doesn't look nice, in my opinion, when I just keep it like this, or I'll put a wrist shot on. But if you wear it yourself and you look at your wrist, it's a gorgeous watch to look at. It really is. So, yeah, should you buy it, shouldn't you buy it? It's all up to you, of course, always. Like, in the end, it's always up to you. But this watch is a really great looking watch. It's a very accurate watch. It's a solar powered watch. So you can wear this anytime, any day, anywhere. Yeah, you can take it swimming. It's a dive watch. You see, and with the NATO straps, it's 20 millimeters, or what it was. I think it was, no, it's 22 millimeters. You can do whatever you want with straps on it. So I really like that. Of course, the crystal is hardlex. So, yeah, like I said, there is not much of a good out of focus, but this watch already has 1 or 2 scratches on the glass, on the hardlex glass. Yeah, that's what happens, you know. The crown is not signed. I think if you really want to know more about this watch, like I said, the autofocus on this camera is just absolutely shit. So you might want to go and just look for some, I don't know, maybe some pictures on the internet, of wrist shots and everything. This is just a story about the watch. Here you can see the tsunami wave they use. Really nice. It's a usable watch. It's like the SEIKO answer on all the fashion watches out there. Say, hey, if you like fashion watches, you can get a Street. That's a bit of a fashion watch. And, you know, you get a brand that makes the best watches in the world, the best brand in the world. So you can't go wrong with this SEIKO Street. And especially now when I see them going for 280 euros, I'm like, fuck, man, I'm thinking about buying the blue and the grey one as well, because I just really like the way they look. But of course, I'm not doing that. The hands are loomy bright. They are really, really bright. If you put this on at night, you can already see that it's got some colors, and that's just indirect cloud light. So this really glows in the dark. It's a really nice watch. The dial, which I can't show you because of the focus, is kind of oily, bubbly. It's a really nice green dial. I love the way they did the whole green on this watch. I think it's so hard. Like I said, blue is a hard color, but green as well. But they did a brilliant, brilliant work on this watch with the green. And it's got this weird brown greenish bezel part. And it's got like circles on the bezel. So it's a really, really great watch. I love wearing this watch. I love that I have it. And I never regretted it buying it again, because I wanted to have one minty. That's how much I like the look of the watch. And sometimes you buy a watch, it's a shitter, a $400 shitter. It's got a solar battery, and you like it so much, you go like, fuck, man, I want to have that one for the rest of my life in mint condition. So whenever I want to wear it, I can wear it minty. And I was a bit surprised that the other one just scratched so easily. So yeah, am I endorsing the watch? I don't know. If you really like the way it looks, get it, because it's not an expensive watch. They got 6 versions now, and they got it very discounted. But on the other hand, if you want to have a sturdy watch that will never scratch, don't get this one. That's because it will scratch, and the PVD will suffer from it. Is there anything else that I forgot to mention? Well, of course, it's unidirectional rotating bezel. It's got a screw down crown. It's got a screw case back. Of course, hacking seconds and everything because it's a quartz. And it just works brilliantly. How much more can I say? I've been talking about this watch for about 18 minutes. And I think it's enough. It's a real great watch. Check it out. And maybe I'll put some wrist shots, or maybe some shots that I'm wearing it on video. But that will be a separate video, because I don't have too much time to edit today. And I really wanted to upload this one, because the SEIKO Street, it's just not focusing. But trust me, it looks awesome, and it's a great watch. For that money, you really can't go wrong. This is a watch I would advise anyone who's thinking about a diesel, a Guess. What are other those? I forget those names now, but you know where I'm going to. Get something like that. Get a watchmaker's watch. Yeah. Hope to see you soon again. The SEIKO Street. Great, gorgeous watch. It's just a fun watch to wear. When you wear it on the black NATO, it may sound silly, but it looks like a SWAT team's watch when you're wearing it. You feel like James Bond. Alright guys, it's been 90 minutes. Hope you liked it. Live show soon, probably with some GeoGuessr, or a live show maybe with Grubmob or John or Simon. Who knows? Hopefully within the next couple of weeks I will be changing work times. So that means I'll have a lot more time at normal hours to make videos and to have live shows. So that would be like a Friday night. I'll be home and that kind of stuff. So that really might make a very big difference in the amount of videos coming out this year. Because last 2 years I've only worked at night. So, you know, that's... And in the daytime I'm often busy, and when I get back home at night, I'm too tired. That's why. So again, I'm having my morning coffee. Hope you like this video. And for all the people who said I hate Rolex, just one little thing. People said, oh, you hate Rolex, I hate Rolex. I don't hate Rolex, right? I don't hate Rolex. The thing is, I do not love Rolex. I do not really appreciate or like Rolex, but I don't hate it. It's the same, like, I mean, saying you don't love Rolex is like saying you love Trump. I like Trump. And then you have to explain, and suddenly you're a hater, and you're a racist, and you're whatever. This happens with me sometimes when I criticize Rolex. I'm being pointed out as a hater and as a troll and whatever. And I was like, no, I just don't love Rolex. I have no emotion with the brand at all. So I can see the silliness when a grown man says he wants a Batgirl. Capiche? Anyway. The only difference is that if you like Trump, we'll not go there. Anyway, just saying you don't love Rolex is like saying you love Trump. And then you get a stamp that you're a hater or you're a racist. And of course, it's all bullshit. But, you know, people have to understand that giving criticism is just as hard as receiving it. So if you feel spoken to by me on your watch through a video I made on bloody YouTube, you know, don't take me too seriously. I'm just trying to have some fun as well. Just like you watching. You want to be entertained? Learn something along the way. And YouTube, you know, you got to exaggerate a little bit. I mean, you're watching for 22 minutes. You don't want to see me reading out a piece of paper for 22 minutes, right? So, hope to see you soon on the next one. Cheers. Shouty bye, guys. Thanks for watching.